So yeah, this is the van. This is Vanessa, so aptly named by my lovely wife and kids. This is my medium wheelbase 2019 Volkswagen Crafter that I am in the process of converting to a self-build camper van. Let's have a look around at what I've done and talk about some of the plans that I've got for this medium wheelbase Crafter. It's going to shock you. So here she is in really bad light, our 2019 medium wheelbase Volkswagen Crafter that I bought in May last year, and I paid £12,500 for her, and her name's Vanessa. So let's talk about the outside of the van first and everything I've done to the external so far of the van. I've got a few videos coming real soon about external lights, and that is the last bit of external tinkering I'll be doing with the van for some time. The main point of view is getting the inside done first before I come back outside, because obviously we'd all have alloy wheels and big A-bars and all the ladders and stuff. So, but the main point is doing the inside. So on the outside, I've not really changed much to the front. All I've done is put a bonnet bra or whatever they're called just to protect it a little bit. That's as much as it gets. I fitted the two side windows. I've got two slide-in windows because the kids are sat on the inside of this one, and in the summer you might want some air, and then the other side of the sliding window just because in the winter it's nice to have a window open. Nothing to the back. On top of the van I built my own uni-strut roof rack, which you can see the shorts video on my shorts feed again, and I've got two 200 watt solar panels on the top feeding our power system, which is not fully complete yet, but feeding our power system. So I got 400 watts of solar on top. That is all I've done to the outside of the van so far. So let me bring you inside. It's messy. It's just been Christmas and there's a lot of stuff going on. I've not had a good tidy, but I still want to show you around anyway because I'm only human. So let's go inside. Inside, first off, first port of call, I've got two rear traveling seats for the children. The seats themselves I paid £300 for from eBay. They're from a Renault Space. They came with the rails. They literally clip in and out of the rails, and they can slide back and forth on the rails to position where you want them. And then I had the base fabricated by my father-in-law and his company to raise them up a bit so the kids weren't really sat on the floor. In the front we've got driver's seat, and then I've got the twin fixed seat in the front. A lot of people change these to single passengers or single passengers with a swivel, or swivel the double. I won't be doing that because of the bed system I've got planned. So yeah, I've got a plan here to utilize something here, so I'm not going to be swiveling these seats. So you can hate me all you want in the comments, I won't be swiveling them. And that is the front of the van. That's all I've done so far there. Then looking around, we are ready to insulate now, or part insulate. There's something I need to do before I stick all the insulation that is here in the van. My Dodo mat sound deadened, and use the Dodo mat thermo lining, and then I've got the bottle insulation here which will go everywhere in the van, and then I'm going to vapor barrier it over the top. So that's the plan with the insulation. Here's our fixed east to west or widthways double bed that I built. It's the IKEA hack system. Again, there's a shorts video on the shorts feed that you can watch it to see if you want to see me do it. I won't be adding pods either. Me and the wife I'm 5'10" and the wife is 5'7". She fits absolutely sweet. I just about fit. I do fit. My feet just have to be ever so slightly angled, but we still both sleep absolutely comfortably. Everyone's always, you need pods. You don't. I mean, who sleeps bolt upright anyway? I don't. I'm normally angled at a slight angle whatsoever. So yeah, I just have to angle my feet ever so slightly, but it does not bother me. I've spent many a night in this bed already on the travels that we've done. There's travels on the channel that you've seen. But yeah, I've spent many a night on this bed and it's not been an issue. And then that is it for the major. Oh, I've done the floor. Sorry, I've subfloored with 25mm Kingspan insulation, and then I just battened it, insulation in between the battens, and then lined it. Again, there's a shorts video, and then you can see here it's really dirty. There is luxury. I've got luxury vinyl tile which I adhesive down, so it's not the clicks. It's not the click stuff. It's the stuff you put down with adhesive. That's down. And then the only other major thing I've done so far is we've got somewhat of an electrical system. with regards to the electrical system, I've got something that's a little bit different to what normal people do. I've not gone down Victron or Energy. I'm going to be using a Bluetti power station. Now, again, hate me in the comments. I don't really know if it's going to work properly, but I'm going to try it first because the electric side of it just blew my mind. And I wasn't paying £5,000 for someone to tell me what to do. So, with regards to the electrics, I first fixed the entire van on where I want stuff. Lighting, diesel heater, water pumps, etc. And everything's back to this point here. I've got a few 240 volt sockets as well. You can get a better glimpse of this in my external hookup video that I did. That's a long form video. So here's my electrical system at the moment. Everything is wired back to here. Again, not wired in. I've got a 12 volt panel to wire all the 12 volt cables in. And then the good thing about the Bluetti is basically you just wire the blue stuff, which is a 240 or 230, 240 into plugs, and then they plug straight into the Bluetti unit, which is at home charging. And then here's the external hookup. It comes into here, and then it feeds these two sockets. One will power the Bluetti, and then I've got extra sockets when we're on campsites. And then here, so the reason I've gone for Bluetti as well is because there's multiple ways to charge it, the same you would with normal lithium leisure batteries. So you can charge with solar. It's got a solar port, which I've already fitted the solar, and I know that works absolutely fine, sweet as that. And then I've also, Bluetti do the Charger 1. Now I'm not sponsored by Bluetti. Bluetti do the Charger 1, which is basically DC to DC charging, and it regulates it for you. And I fitted that, and that works absolutely sweet as well. So that is in, and that will be feeding the battery, the power bank while we're driving. The other thing about the Bluetti is you can charge it at the same time as the electric hookup and solar, but you can't charge the solar and the battery drive-in charger at the same time, which is the only really annoying thing. Of course, the Bluetti system is removable. Like, I could take the unit out and use it elsewhere wherever I want it and disconnect it from the camper van. And it also does have, I've got the AC240, which I will put a picture of here. It has the 30 amp 12 volt RV setup thing, so you just plug it in. I had to get that from America though, because Bluetti UK were out of stock for about 6-7 months. So luckily I know people in America, and I got them to purchase it and then post it to me direct. I've not tried that. I will be doing a video when I fit it all and set it all up, but I've not tried it yet. But I've got the official Bluetti cable that is designed to go from the Bluetti unit into the 12 volt system to power that. But overall, that is everything I've done to the van to date. I've done it all myself. Like I said, everything I've done in the van, you can see short form content on my shorts channel, shorts bit of this page. But now I want to talk about what I've got planned for the van. So as you know, the van is for my solo travels, but is also for the family. So I've got a wife and 2 kids. Now me and the wife have got a fixed bed, but I want 2 separate beds. So let me tell you what I want to put in this van, and you're going to think I'm absolutely bat crazy, right? Because I am crazy. I want, in terminology, I want my cake. I want to keep my cake and I want to eat it at the same time. But the idea for this van is double fixed bed, garage space, 2 single beds for the kids. So my kids are 6 and 3. So 2 small singles for the kids, or they got their own beds each, while keeping a bit of the garage. Toilet, shower. Shower is not a must though. Shower's not a must, but I would like to squeeze a shower in. And a very small kitchen unit where we can do a bit of cooking with a sink, basically. That is everything I've got planned for the van coming up. Now, if you know vans, you look at that space, I mean, it's really messy and cluttered, but if you know vans, you look at that space, you think, Jesus Christ, where are you going to fit all that? Where are you going to fit all that? And quite frankly, I have no idea. Well, I do. I lie. I do have some idea. But if that doesn't tickle your taste buds with the thought of what can I do in this van, I don't know what will. So that's everything I've done so far. If you'd like me to do a price breakdown of what I've spent doing it myself, let me know in the comments. But if you want to see how this build goes, whether I completely royally mess it up, which there's a possibility of, or whether you just want to follow along and see the journey and then follow on all the adventures we go on, please do hit the subscribe button. It does help the channel out massively for me. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment as well. Let me know what you're thinking. If you're thinking I'm absolutely mental, because I probably am, let me know. I want to know. So let me know in the comments. But yeah, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed the content and you want to see more of this content. Adventures soon to come later on in the year, but the van content, if you want to see the van content, make sure you subscribe so you see the videos. Weekly videos coming to this channel every Sunday. If you've watched this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Love you forever for supporting and being a part of this journey. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. As always, love you, bye.